Hi, welcome to part 1 of my review featuring Oddity High. This tabletop role-playing game is inspired by anime, manga, and video games. You play as normal high school students, except you have a weird side to you. Perhaps you are an alien, maybe a robot. Perhaps you were gifted with psychic powers, or maybe you are an experiment. Now let's talk about the quality of the PDF. When you purchase this tabletop RPG, you obtain 2 files. The core rulebook, which is about 195 pages long, and 100 pages of character playbooks. An interesting thing to note is that this PDF doesn't have art beyond the cover. This was a conscious choice. It sounds like many trials and tribulations had to be overcome in order for this tabletop RPG to become a reality. I found the mention of that quite interesting, so I am working with my schedule to see if I get to interview the author as soon as possible. Now back to the quality. The document is well written, organized, and explained, and it has bookmarks, so it's going to be very easy for you to navigate your way through the entire PDF. So overall, with the caveat that there are no illustrations beyond the cover, the quality is excellent. When it comes to the layout and graphic design, it is simple yet colorful. So, good quality overall. Now let's talk about the contents. Oddity High is an anime-inspired tabletop RPG for 4 to 6 players, about the life of a group of Japanese high school students, at least as portrayed in anime, manga, and video games, who live in the space between the mundane and supernatural worlds. Does the school have a stronghold of a secret society in the basement? Is the student council president an android? Are your teachers secretly phantom thieves when they are not teaching? That is for you to discover. You are a high school student, probably somewhere between 14 and 17 years old, carrying out your everyday normal activities, except you are not just any human. Perhaps, like I mentioned, you are a being from another place, perhaps another dimension. Maybe you are a member of some sort of secret society. You will have to take on normal and abnormal challenges. When it comes to the high part of Oddity High, this doesn't refer to the high amounts of oddities present, but rather to the setting itself. A high school that, for those who know what to look for, is full of supernatural strangeness. On the surface, your school is merely one of thousands of ordinary Japanese high schools. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. The school and its way of containing the supernatural is the foundation of Oddity High. In this introductory section of the book, you have basic concepts concerning the influences of anime, manga, video games upon this RPG, and also basic concepts concerning tabletop role-playing games. It's significant to mention that this game is powered by the apocalypse. Now, some people may scoff because there are only some people who can actually run a powered by the apocalypse role-playing game without breaking character, with roleplay, creating immersion, and that is understandable. And as I review this tabletop RPG, I will give you tips and advice on how to do just that. In this RPG, the player characters will have to take on situations concerning real life and the mundane world. The real world is the blanket term encompassing the mundane, the ordinary, the normal, what is referred to as the real. It's a world of internet, tea, home, manga, friends, cars, that's it. But then you have the other life and the otherworldly. This is all about confrontations, secret societies, phantom thieves, experiments, yokai, monsters, apparitions, criminal families, and the like. So you feel a bit like a superhero with 2 identities, but this is not exactly a supers game. You actually have a list of sources of inspiration here, such as the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, the Persona video game series, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. When it comes to more technical details, of course you need 3 to 5 players to play this game. If you play with less, it could be a bit difficult, although not impossible. Someone is going to be the game master, referred to as the lead writer in this tabletop RPG. It takes about 2 to 4 hours to spend on each session. You need the book, of course, you need at least 3 6-sided dice, a way to represent the character sheets for the playbooks according to your preference, and of course, pencils, pens, whatever you desire to use. There is also information on sensitive topics. I don't think this will be necessary if you already have an established group to play with, but perhaps you are running a game at a convention, then perhaps you will find some use for these sensitive topics explanations. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the basics. This tabletop RPG is quite flexible, and it lends itself to some very wacky situations because of the many different character types that you can play as. And I will tell you all about that in the videos to come. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment below. And remember, roleplay solves everything. Once again, thank you, and see you later.